Children, now let us move to another problem. Here you are given a balance sheet of Avinash Limited, and a small information as a note is also provided. Net profit before tax for the year ended 31st March 2020 is 4,86,000. So with this information you are asked to calculate return on investment. So let us move to the solution. First of all, write down the formula. Return on investment or capital employed is equal to net profit before interest and tax divided by capital employed into 100. So for calculating net profit before interest and tax, you are given here net profit before tax, but you are not given before interest. So you have to calculate it through a working note. Calculation of net profit before interest and tax. First of all, net profit before tax, what is given to you, can write over here 4,86,000. And for getting the interest amount, the next item which you have to add is interest on long-term borrowings. You can see long-term borrowings is given to you as 8 lakh. On 8 lakh, interest rate is 15%. So 8 lakhs into 15 by 100, you will get 1,20,000. And you have to subtract here one item, that is interest on non-trade item. Children, non-trade item means when Avinash Limited is purchasing the shares or debentures of some other company for the purpose of promoting his own business, that is known as non-trade investment. So here these items interest have to be subtracted. So less interest on non-trade investment. How much is the amount of non-trade investment? It's 60,000. So 60,000 into the rate of interest is 10%. So that 10% will give you 6,000. You have to subtract that amount and you will get 6 lakhs as your net profit before interest and tax. Okay, so that 6 lakh you can write here. And what about the capital employed? You know about the two approaches. Okay, so let us move with the liability approach first. Capital employed is equal to share capital. Where is the share capital? Here you can see share capital. How much amount? 2,50,000. Write down over here. Then reserves and surplus opening. So look here, reserves and surplus 2,10,000. So that you can write over here. Then non-current liability. Non-current liability is your long-term borrowings. How much is the amount? 8 lakh. That you can write over here. You have to subtract non-trade investment, which is not part of your capital, that you have to subtract. That non-trade investment amount is 60,000. You can subtract it over from here. After doing this calculation, the amount of 12 lakh is your capital employed under liability approach. Okay, so this 12 lakh you can write over here into 100. After doing this calculation, you will get 50%. See, this 12 lakh we can use asset approach also. Capital employed by asset approach is equal to non-current asset. Under non-current asset, don't take non-trade investment. Okay, and plus current asset, it is working capital. Current asset minus current liability. After calculating this, you will get 12 lakh as your capital employed. So that 12 lakh you have already received under liability approach, that you have substituted, and you got the answer as 50% return on investment. So children, we have come to the conclusion of this topic. We saw different types of ratios under this chapter. We have come to an end of this chapter also. So this chapter is all about formulas. So this all formula you have to study thoroughly, then only this chapter will become easy for you. And daily practice the problems which we have done in the class. So daily practice of problem is also required. Children, A test paper is attached in this session related to return on investment ratios. So attend that test paper and send the answer. A note is also given to you that some problems are there that you have to solve in your accountancy notebook. So in our next class we will start our new chapter. So be ready for that. Meet you in the next class. Goodbye.